French singers.
I love French fries.
French fries, I don't get that.
You didn't order any.
So if you ever wondered why it's important to keep loose plastic secured in the garage like this, it's all taped down, we've got Tim here to give you an example why. Show him, Tim. Welcome to the channel, and as you can see, we've been working on a bunch of the sheet metal on the body because we're waiting for parts for the engine. That is definitely part of our next plan. And be sure to stick around a little longer because one of our viewers, Reggie, sent in a couple of pictures of his one car that I believe he's driving and a project car that if you guys can identify something about that car, we're going to send you a t-shirt because it actually took me a bit of research to figure out what he had going on there. But first, let's get on to the Monterey. And of course, we've been working on the sheet metal. So I'll give you a little look at what we've got going on here. So we'll start up here. A few of you guys have said, make sure you don't throw anything away until your project's done. Well, that's exactly what happened here. This is actually a piece off of our original convertible. And this trunk brace was all rotted out up on the top. I think I got a clip I can throw in so you can see what it looked like before. Both ends of it were gone, actually. And so we were able to salvage a piece off the original convertible's trunk deck. One side of it was good, and it's a pretty complex piece to make. So that was very helpful, actually. And we still got to deal with the other side. We figured it was easier to get this sorted out before we worked on the flat tin on the other side. That I'll show you that as well. Now the bottom, we had to make our own piece. So this is still kind of a work in progress, but you can see it's got the basic shape that it's supposed to be on the other side. I think what we're going to wind up doing is it needs to be welded up anyways, and then we can grind the contour back a little more to mate the original brace. And here, I'll just walk around here so I can show you what we have going on in here. I know it's a little dark, but you can see that we've started. We've got a little more material to cut out here, a couple more holes. So we have to bring the material back almost to the, this is the body mount hole. And then we'll be putting a whole piece in through here after that's welded on the backside as well. This one also needs a whole plate going on, and this one even goes, actually I think that's undercoating, I'm wrong there, but up to the location of the body mount here, that material's all gone. So we'll be cutting all this out and plating that as well. Another thing that you've seen us showing this brace piece in the middle here. So that's the middle of the tunnel. And of course the tunnel on the four-door was quite narrow. Actually, it was more about the width of that tape that's there. So we were able to trim off and salvage kind of that middle piece. It does need a little bit like a piece put in along this side a bit. But you may remember that there used to be these two pieces hanging off quite long towards the center from the original four-door that we cut off, and we salvaged those. We had saved them, and we were able to make a couple of modification cuts actually to both of them and just bring the contour a little bit tighter to the floor to match up the original convertible brace. So, I mean, we've got a little bit more welding to do, obviously, but the piece is coming along pretty good, and it's saved us a lot of really difficult fab work. Well, at least for us, we call it difficult. Some of these shapes, we know it's just a hat, but it's still pretty complex in our mind anyways. So all the welds have all been started to be ground down. The other ones, we've got the little patches here and there that we had to do. We spent some time. There was a giant dent right here where the floor had been impacted, and so we dollied that one out. And I know there's another one here. There was a big ping mark in the trunk here. You can see where we've been dollying it. So we put one of us on one side of the body and one of us on the other so that we can tap and dolly these dents out. But the floor's coming along. It's slowly getting a little further cleaned up, and we want to get all this done so that we can do a final prep on all the metal and then epoxy primer all this. We got one more. I'm sure it'll show up. Yeah, there's holes. So we've got to cut out a section of this here and make a patch before we actually fasten any of that brace there. And of course, there's a couple more here. Yeah, there's a handful of spots. There's a couple up in the floor there too that we've got to make patches for. So we're not quite in the clear. There's a couple down at the wheel well as well. Mostly down in this area of the wheel well is got a couple of crusties there that got to be dug out and some patches put in. But it's progress. And I mean, while we're waiting for the engine parts to come in, it's just sitting over there. We had covered the chassis, you see, with the plastic to protect it, and just trying to get things done while we're waiting for more parts. But this all has to be done anyways, and as long as the project's always moving forward, it always seems like a pretty good plan, right? So we have a viewer. I mentioned Reggie. He sent a couple of really cool pictures, so I'm going to go right to the viewer showcase now, I guess. And like I said, if you can identify what you're looking at on his project car, the second one in this, we'll send you a t-shirt. Just comment if you know what it is, because it, like I said, I had to research it to figure it out myself. So here's the viewer showcase. So I hope you enjoyed that little piece of Reggie's cars. So thanks, Reggie, for sending those into us. Again, if you can identify the second car's project car, first person to do that, we'll send you a t-shirt. And I gotta say, we always seem to make a mess in this place, eh? But I suppose if you're not making a mess, you're not getting anything done. So thanks so much for watching. We appreciate all of you, and have a great day.